Welcome, cosmic explorers. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered just how much mystery and majesty lies hidden in our celestial neighborhood? Today, we're embarking on an extraordinary journey through space to uncover 100 remarkable facts about our solar system and its planets. From scorching Venus to the frozen frontier of Neptune, from ancient formation billions of years ago to cutting-edge discoveries happening right now, in 2025, we're about to explore the cosmic ballet that has been dancing above our heads for 4.6 billion years. Our solar system isn't just a collection of rocks floating in space. It's a dynamic, interconnected system filled with wonders that challenge our imagination. Did you know that over 99.86% of the solar system's mass is located within the Sun? That's right. Everything else, all the planets, moons, asteroids, and comets combined, make up less than 0.14% of our cosmic neighborhood's total mass. Over the next 35 to 45 minutes, we'll journey through foundational knowledge that sets the stage for understanding our cosmic home, then dive deep into mind-blowing revelations about each planet, explore recent discoveries that are rewriting textbooks, and peer into the future of solar system exploration. We'll cover historical facts that shaped our understanding, scientific breakthroughs that stunned researchers, cultural impacts that influenced civilizations, statistical data that boggles the mind, and predictive insights about what's coming next. So buckle up, because we're about to launch into a fact-filled odyssey that will forever change how you see the planets dancing in our night sky. Let's begin our countdown through 100 facts about the solar system and its planets. Fact number 1. The solar system formed about 4.6 billion years ago when a dense region of a molecular cloud collapsed, creating the Sun and a protoplanetary disk from which the orbiting bodies assembled. This cosmic birth wasn't a gentle process. It was a violent, chaotic dance of gravity, heat, and colliding matter that eventually settled into the organized system we see today. The exact trigger for this collapse remains one of astronomy's great mysteries, though scientists believe it might have been caused by a nearby supernova's shockwave. Fact number 2. Our planetary system is called the solar system because we use the word solar to describe things related to our star, after the Latin word for sun, solis. This naming convention reminds us that our sun is the absolute monarch of our cosmic neighborhood, holding everything in its gravitational embrace. Every planet, asteroid, and comet in our system dances to the sun's gravitational tune. Fact number 3. Our solar system has 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. There are 5 officially recognized dwarf planets in our solar system: Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. This wasn't always the case. Until 2006, we considered Pluto our 9th planet. But the discovery of similar objects in the Kuiper Belt forced astronomers to reconsider what truly defines a planet. This reclassification sparked debates that continue in classrooms and observatories worldwide. Fact number 4. Jupiter and Saturn possess nearly 90% of the non-stellar mass of the solar system. Think about that for a moment. These two gas giants contain almost all the planetary material in our solar system. If you could somehow combine all the other planets, moons, asteroids, and comets, they would still be dwarfed by these titanic worlds. Fact number 5. One astronomical unit, or AU, is the distance from the Sun to Earth, or about 93 million miles, which equals 150 million kilometers. This measurement has become the cosmic yardstick astronomers use to measure distances within our solar system. When we say Neptune is 30 AU from the Sun, we mean it's 30 times farther from the Sun than Earth is. Fact number 6. Our solar system is located in the Milky Way, a barred spiral galaxy with 2 major arms and 2 minor arms. Our Sun is in a small, partial arm of the Milky Way called the Orion Arm, or Orion Spur, between the Sagittarius and Perseus arms. Our solar system orbits the center of the galaxy at about 515,000 miles per hour, which equals 828,000 kilometers per hour. It takes about 230 million years to complete one orbit around the galactic center. That means the last time our solar system was in this position in the galaxy, dinosaurs hadn't even evolved yet. Fact number 7. Beyond the frost line at about 5 astronomical units, or AU, are 2 gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, and 2 ice giants, Uranus and Neptune. This invisible boundary, located roughly at Jupiter's orbit, marks where it was cold enough during the solar system's formation for volatile compounds like water, ammonia, and methane to condense into solid ice grains. This is why the inner planets are rocky, while the outer planets are gas and ice giants. Fact number 8. Nearest to the Sun. Only rocky material could withstand the heat when the solar system was young. For this reason, the first 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are terrestrial planets. They are all small with solid rocky surfaces. These worlds formed from materials with high melting points: iron, nickel, aluminum, and silicon-based rocky material that could survive the young sun's intense heat. Fact number 9. The solar system also includes the Kuiper belt that lies past Neptune's orbit. This is a ring of icy bodies, almost all smaller than the most popular Kuiper belt object, dwarf planet Pluto. The Kuiper belt is like a cosmic freezer, preserving primordial material from the solar system's birth. Scientists estimate it contains hundreds of thousands of objects larger than 60 miles across. Fact number 10. Beyond the fringes of the Kuiper belt is the Oort cloud. This giant spherical shell surrounds our solar system. It has never been directly observed, but its existence is predicted based on mathematical models and observations of comets that likely originate there. The Oort cloud is made of icy pieces of space debris, some bigger than mountains, orbiting our Sun as far as 1.6 light-years away. This shell of material is thick, extending from 5,000 astronomical units to 100,000 astronomical units. The Oort cloud is the boundary of the Sun's gravitational influence, where orbiting objects can turn around and return closer to our Sun. If the solar system were a city, the Oort cloud would be its most distant suburbs, barely held by the Sun's gravitational grip. Fact number 11. The first 4 planets from the Sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These inner planets also are known as terrestrial planets because they have solid surfaces. But don't let their shared classification fool you. Each of these worlds is dramatically different. Mercury is airless and cratered. Venus is a crushing greenhouse. Earth teems with life. And Mars is a frozen desert that might have once harbored water. Fact number 12. Earth and Mars are the only planets in the solar system which orbit within the Sun's habitable zone, where liquid water can exist on the surface. The habitable zone, sometimes called the Goldilocks zone, is that perfect distance from a star where it's not too hot and not too cold for liquid water to exist. Mars sits at the outer edge of this zone, which is why it's so cold, while Earth sits comfortably in the middle. Fact number 13. Most of the more than 1 million asteroids, or minor planets, orbit between Mars and Jupiter in a nearly flat ring called the asteroid belt. These rocky remnants are like a cosmic archaeological site, preserving material from the early solar system that never managed to form into a planet, largely due to Jupiter's disruptive gravitational influence. Fact number 14. In other cases, planets did not form. The asteroid belt is made of bits and pieces of the early solar system that could never quite come together into a planet. Other smaller leftover pieces became asteroids, comets, meteoroids, and small, irregular moons. The total mass of the asteroid belt is less than Earth's moon, spread across millions of individual objects, ranging from dust grains to the dwarf planet Ceres. Fact number 15. Together, the planets make up 0.14% of the solar system's mass, 99% of which is the gas giants Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. This means the four rocky inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, combined make up only about 0.0014% of the solar system's total mass. We live on a cosmic speck of dust. If you're finding these facts as fascinating as I did while researching them, hit that like button. It helps YouTube share this knowledge with others who would love to learn these cosmic truths. Fact number 16. Ceres is the only dwarf planet in the inner solar system. It's in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Dwarf planet Ceres is the largest object in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, and it's the only dwarf planet in the inner solar system. Discovered in 1801, Ceres was originally classified as a planet, then demoted to an asteroid, and finally promoted to dwarf planet status in 2006. It contains about 25% of the asteroid belt's total mass. Fact number 17. More than 4,500 planetary systems have been discovered. Astronomical surveys have found that stars usually have planets, and thus there would be several 100 billion solar systems in the Milky Way galaxy. This means our solar system is far from unique. We're one of countless planetary families in our galaxy alone. The universe is teeming with planets. Fact number 18. The Sun contains more than 750 times the mass of all the planets combined. If the Sun were hollow, you could fit about 1.3 million Earths inside it. Its core temperature reaches 27 million degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 million degrees Celsius, where hydrogen atoms fuse into helium, releasing the energy that lights up our solar system. Fact number 19. Our solar system has hundreds of moons orbiting planets, dwarf planets, and asteroids. Of the 8 planets, Mercury and Venus are the only ones with no moons. Although Venus does have a quasi-satellite that has officially been named Zuzva. This quasi-satellite, discovered in 2002 but only recently named in 2024, doesn't truly orbit Venus, but follows a path that keeps it near the planet as both orbit the Sun. Fact number 20. Except for the Earth, the planets are named after gods from Roman and Greek mythology. Mercury was the messenger god, Venus the goddess of love, Mars the god of war, Jupiter the king of gods, Saturn the god of time, Uranus the god of the sky, and Neptune the god of the sea. Earth's name comes from Old English and Germanic words meaning ground or soil. Fact number 21. 4 planets, Jupiter through Neptune, have ring systems, and all but Mercury and Venus have 1 or more moons. While Saturn's rings are the most famous and visible from Earth, Jupiter's rings were discovered by Voyager 1 in 1979. Uranus's rings were found in 1977, and Neptune's rings were confirmed by Voyager 2 in 1989. Fact number 22. The Oort cloud is a theorized spherical shell of up to 1 trillion icy objects that is thought to be the source for all long-period comets, which were originally ejected from the inner solar system by gravitational interactions with the outer planets. Oort cloud objects move very slowly and can be perturbed by infrequent events such as collisions, the gravitational effects of a passing star, or the galactic tide, the tidal force exerted by the Milky Way. Some comets from the Oort cloud take millions of years to complete a single orbit around the Sun. Fact number 23. The solar wind, a stream of charged particles flowing from the Sun, travels at speeds of about 1 million miles per hour, or 1.6 million kilometers per hour. This invisible river of particles extends far beyond Pluto, creating a bubble around our solar system called the heliosphere that shields us from harmful interstellar radiation. Fact number 24. The giant planets Jupiter and Saturn lead our solar system's moon counts. In some ways, the swarms of moons around these worlds resemble mini versions of our solar system. Jupiter currently has 95 known moons, while Saturn has 146, though these numbers keep growing as astronomers discover smaller and smaller moons with improved telescopes and techniques. Fact number 25. There is a strong consensus among astronomers that the solar system has at least 9 dwarf planets: Ceres, Orcus, Pluto, Haumea, Quaoar, Makemake, Gong, Eris, and Sedna. Many more candidates await official classification. These worlds blur the line between planets and asteroids, reminding us that nature doesn't always fit into our neat categories. Fact number 26. Mercury is the planet nearest to the Sun and the smallest planet in our solar system. Despite being closest to the Sun, Mercury isn't the hottest planet. That honor goes to Venus. Mercury's lack of atmosphere means it can't trap heat, so its dark side plummets to -290 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 173 degrees Celsius. Fact number 27. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system, with surface temperatures reaching 864 degrees Fahrenheit, or 462 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. Its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere creates a runaway greenhouse effect that makes it hotter than Mercury, despite being nearly twice as far from the Sun. Fact number 28. Venus rotates backwards compared to most planets, meaning the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Even stranger, a day on Venus, one complete rotation, takes longer than a year on Venus, one orbit around the Sun. Venus takes 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun. Fact number 29. Earth, our home planet, is the third planet from the Sun and the fifth largest planet. It's the only planet not named after a mythological deity and the only one confirmed to harbor life. Earth's magnetic field, generated by its molten iron core, shields us from harmful solar radiation and prevents our atmosphere from being stripped away by solar wind. Fact number 30. Earth's atmosphere protects us from meteoroids and radiation from the Sun. Most meteoroids burn up in our atmosphere, creating the shooting stars we see at night. Without this protective blanket, Earth's surface would be as cratered as the Moon's, and life as we know it couldn't exist. We're just getting to the really mind-blowing stuff. If you want more deep dives like this into the wonders of our universe, consider subscribing. We release new 100 fact videos every week, each one packed with knowledge that will expand your understanding of the cosmos. Fact number 31. Mars has the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, which stands nearly 17 miles, or 27 kilometers, high. That's almost 3 times taller than Mount Everest. This massive shield volcano is about the size of Arizona and is so tall that its peak extends above most of Mars's thin atmosphere. Fact number 32. There have been more missions to Mars than any other planet. Since the 1960s, space agencies have sent over 50 missions to Mars, though only about half have been successful. This intense focus on Mars stems from its potential to have once harbored life and its accessibility for future human exploration. Fact number 33. Perseverance rover made perhaps its most important discovery yet in July, a rock containing hints of ancient microbes. This rock, nicknamed Cheever Falls, contains organic molecules and structures that on Earth would be considered signs of ancient microbial life, though scientists caution that more study is needed to confirm a biological origin. Fact number 34. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. It is 3 times heavier than the next heaviest planet, Saturn, and makes up 71% of the total mass of the planets of our solar system. Its diameter at 143,000 kilometers is almost 20% bigger than Saturn's, and it has a volume 67% larger than Saturn's. You could fit all the other planets inside Jupiter with room to spare. Fact number 35. Jupiter has more than double the mass of all the other planets combined. This massive world acts like a cosmic vacuum cleaner, its enormous gravity attracting and capturing comets and asteroids that might otherwise threaten the inner planets. Some scientists call Jupiter Earth's big brother, protector. Fact number 36. Jupiter's Great Red Spot is a storm that has been raging for at least 350 years, possibly much longer. This anticyclonic storm is so large that Earth could fit inside it twice. However, observations show it has been shrinking. A century ago, it was about twice its current size. Fact number 37. NASA's Europa Clipper spacecraft launched on October the 14th, bound for an icy moon of Jupiter that may have the conditions for life to exist. Because Europa hosts a liquid water ocean under a thick shell of ice, it is among the top contenders for extraterrestrial life in the solar system. Once Clipper arrives at Jupiter in 2030, the spacecraft will make nearly 50 flybys of the Moon to study its subsurface ocean. Clipper won't orbit Europa directly because of Jupiter's intense magnetic field, which traps high amounts of technology-disrupting radiation in the Moon's vicinity. Instead, Clipper will dip in and out of this radiation field to avoid prolonged exposure, taking data and then backing off to recover before diving back in. This dance with danger is necessary to explore one of the most promising places for life in our solar system. Fact number 38. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun, the second largest planet in our solar system. Despite its enormous size, Saturn is less dense than water. If you could find a bathtub big enough, Saturn would float. This low density comes from its composition of mostly bubbly hydrogen and helium gas. Fact number 39. Saturn has more moons than any other planet in the solar system. As of 2025, Saturn has 146 confirmed moons, with more being discovered regularly. Its largest moon, Titan, is bigger than Mercury and has a thick atmosphere and liquid methane lakes on its surface. Fact number 40. Saturn's moon, Enceladus, shoots geysers of water ice and organic molecules from its south pole, creating one of Saturn's rings. Saturn's icy moon, Enceladus, has long fascinated scientists with its spectacular water plumes, which NASA's Cassini spacecraft once revealed to contain organic molecules. These plumes come from a global ocean beneath the moon's icy crust, making Enceladus another prime target in the search for extraterrestrial life. Fact number 41. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun and the third largest planet in our solar system. This ice giant has the coldest atmosphere in the solar system, with temperatures dropping to minus 371 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 224 degrees Celsius, despite not being the farthest planet from the Sun. Fact number 42. Uranus is tilted on its side at an angle of about 98 degrees, meaning it essentially rolls around the Sun rather than spinning upright. Scientists believe a massive collision early in the planet's history knocked it sideways. This extreme tilt creates the strangest seasons in the solar system. Each pole experiences 42 years of continuous sunlight, followed by 42 years of darkness. Fact number 43. Uranus has only been visited by a single spacecraft, Voyager 2. This brief flyby in 1986 provided most of what we know about this mysterious ice giant. Scientists are advocating for a dedicated Uranus mission in the 2030s to unlock the secrets of this sideways world. Fact number 44. Uranus has a faint ring system that wasn't discovered until 1977, when astronomers noticed the planet was causing nearby stars to briefly dim. The rings are composed of dark particles, probably made of organic compounds that have been radiation processed into carbon-rich material. Fact number 45. Neptune is the 8th and most distant planet in our solar system. It's the 4th largest planet. Neptune is about 4 times wider than Earth and 30 times farther from the Sun. At this distance, sunlight takes over 4 hours to reach Neptune. Fact number 46. It takes like more than 4 hours for light to reach Neptune from the Sun. When you see Neptune through a telescope, you're seeing it as it was over 8 hours ago. 4 hours for sunlight to reach Neptune, and 4 hours for that reflected light to return to Earth. It's like looking back in time. Fact number 47. Neptune has the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching speeds of up to 1,200 miles per hour or 2,000 kilometers per hour, nearly supersonic by Earth standards. These winds blow in the opposite direction of the planet's rotation, and scientists still don't fully understand how Neptune generates such powerful winds despite receiving so little energy from the Sun. Fact number 48. Neptune's largest moon, Triton, orbits backwards compared to Neptune's rotation, suggesting it was captured from the Kuiper belt. Triton is slowly spiraling inward and will eventually be torn apart by Neptune's gravity, possibly forming a spectacular ring system in about 3 billion years. Fact number 49. Pluto was long considered our solar system's 9th planet. It was reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006 by the International Astronomical Union. This demotion happened because astronomers discovered many similar objects in the Kuiper belt, forcing them to either add dozens of new planets or create a new category. Fact number 50. Pluto, smaller than our own moon, has 5 moons in its orbit, including Charon, a moon so large it makes Pluto wobble. Charon is about half Pluto's size, making them almost a double planet system. They're tidally locked to each other, meaning they always show the same face to one another, like 2 dancers frozen mid-spin. Fact number 51. Pluto's atmosphere freezes and falls to the surface as it moves away from the Sun in its elliptical orbit. When Pluto approaches the Sun again, the ice sublimes directly back into gas, creating a temporary atmosphere. This cycle takes 248 Earth years to complete. Fact number 52. Many other such discoveries followed, including an object named Eris that appears to be at least as large as Pluto. It became apparent that Pluto was simply one of the larger members of this new group of objects, collectively known as the Kuiper belt. Eris's discovery in 2005 was the final catalyst for Pluto's reclassification. Fact number 53. The dwarf planet Haumea spins so fast that it has stretched into an egg shape. Haumea was nicknamed Santa by one discovery team. It is oval-shaped and is one of the fastest rotating large objects in our solar system. It completes a rotation in just under 4 hours, making its day shorter than any planets. Fact number 54. Makemake is slightly smaller than Pluto and is the second brightest object in the Kuiper belt, while Pluto is the brightest. Despite being discovered in 2005, Makemake wasn't officially named until 2008. It's named after the creation deity of the Rapa Nui people of Easter Island. Fact number 55. The New Horizons spacecraft, which flew by Pluto in 2015, is now exploring the Kuiper belt. It has already visited Arakoth, a contact binary object that looks like a cosmic snowman, providing insights into how planets formed in the early solar system. Fact number 56. Statistical variance has been observed in the orbits of some extreme trans-Neptunian objects, whose closest approaches to the Sun are mostly clustered around one sector and who display a similar orbital tilt to each other. Some astronomers have suggested that this may be the result of the influence of a large planet beyond Neptune. This hypothetical planet has been termed Planet 9. Others credit this statistical variance to observational biases or sheer coincidence. The hunt for Planet 9 continues to captivate astronomers worldwide. Fact number 57. A new study suggests yet another theory for a possible extraplanet in our solar system, likely of a size between Mercury and Earth. The authors dubbed it Planet Y. This 2025 research suggests a different type of hidden world than the massive Planet 9, showing our solar system might still hold major surprises. Fact number 58. Astronomers have uncovered a massive new trans-Neptunian object, 2017 OF201, lurking at the edge of our solar system. With an orbit stretching 25,000 years and a size that may qualify it as a dwarf planet, this discovery reminds us that we're still finding major objects in our cosmic backyard. Fact number 59. The solar system is traveling through space at incredible speed. Besides orbiting the galactic center, our entire galaxy is moving through space at about 1.3 million miles per hour, or 2.1 million kilometers per hour, toward a mysterious gravitational anomaly called the Great Attractor. Fact number 60. If you could travel at the speed of light, it would take you about 4 hours to travel from the Sun to Neptune, but it would take over a year to reach the outer edge of the Oort cloud. The solar system is vast beyond human comprehension, yet it's just a tiny speck in the cosmic ocean. Fact number 61. Scientists originally thought these scarps were billions of years old, but the new research showed that some were just 300 million years old, which suggests the planet has been shrinking for most of its life, and it could still be happening today. Mercury is literally shrinking before our eyes, its solid iron core cooling and contracting, causing the planet's surface to wrinkle like a raisin. Fact number 62. The hottest planet in the solar system is Venus, which has an average surface temperature of 464 degrees Celsius, or 867 degrees Fahrenheit. The longest a landing probe has landed under such conditions is a little more than 2 hours. The Soviet Venera 13 probe holds the record, surviving 127 minutes in Venus's hellish environment before succumbing to the heat and pressure. Fact number 63. Mars has 2 tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos, which may be captured asteroids. Phobos orbits so close to Mars that it completes 3 orbits in a single Martian day, appearing to rise in the west and set in the east. It's also doomed. Mars's gravity is slowly pulling it closer, and it will either crash into Mars or break apart into a ring in about 50 million years. Fact number 64. Jupiter's moon. Io is the most volcanically active body in the solar system, with over 400 active volcanoes. The volcanic activity is caused by tidal heating from Jupiter's immense gravity, which squeezes and stretches Io like a stress ball. Some of Io's volcanic plumes shoot sulfur compounds 300 miles, or 500 kilometers, into space. Fact number 65. NASA's Perseverance rover has discovered mudstones in Mars' Jezero crater that contain organic carbon and unusual textures, hinting at possible biosignatures. These findings from September 2025 suggest that ancient Mars might have had the right conditions for life, though scientists stress that non-biological processes could also explain these features. Fact number 66. Saturn's hexagon is one of the solar system's most mysterious features, a 6-sided jet stream at the planet's north pole that's wider than 2 Earths. Each side of the hexagon is about 8,600 miles, or 13,800 kilometers long. Scientists still don't fully understand how this geometric storm maintains its shape. Fact number 67. Europa and Enceladus, moons of Jupiter and Saturn respectively, are ice-covered rocky objects that scientists think may harbor life in the water beneath the surface. These subsurface oceans might contain more water than all of Earth's oceans combined, hidden beneath miles of ice, but kept liquid by tidal heating. Fact number 68. The Sun loses about 4 million tons of mass every second through nuclear fusion, converting matter into energy. Despite this tremendous loss, the Sun has only lost about 0.03% of its total mass over its 4.6 billion year lifetime. It still has enough fuel to burn for another 5 billion years. Fact number 69. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system. It is only 4.5 times heavier than the Earth's moon and has about half the mass of Mars, the next biggest planet. Its diameter, and 4,879 kilometers, is just under 4/10 that of the Earth's. Despite being so small, Mercury has a massive iron core that makes up about 75% of the planet's radius. Fact number 70. Astronomers using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope have found strong evidence of a giant planet orbiting a star in the stellar system closest to our own Sun. At just 4 light-years away from Earth, the Alpha Centauri triple star system has long been a compelling target in the search for worlds beyond our solar system. Webb's observations from its mid-infrared instrument are providing the strongest evidence to date of a gas giant orbiting Alpha Centauri A. This potential discovery in 2025 brings us closer to finding planets in our nearest star system. Fact number 71. Venus rotates so slowly that you could walk fast enough at its equator to keep the Sun at the same point in the sky. The planet's rotation is gradually slowing down. Measurements show that Venus's day has gotten about 6.5 minutes longer since NASA's Magellan spacecraft visited in the early 1990s. Fact number 72. NASA's Ingenuity, nicknamed Ginny, was the first helicopter to operate on the Red Planet. The craft was supposed to fly a few times over the course of 30 days. Instead, it took 72 flights over almost 3 years. The airborne Explorer was finally grounded in January after its rotor blades were damaged. This little helicopter revolutionized our understanding of powered flight on other worlds. Fact number 73. Neptune emits about 2.6 times more energy than it receives from the Sun. This internal heat source remains one of Neptune's biggest mysteries. Scientists think it might come from gravitational compression, radioactive decay, or heat left over from the planet's formation. But the exact mechanism is unknown. Fact number 74. The asteroid belt contains millions of objects, but if you were flying through it, you probably wouldn't even notice. The asteroids are so spread out that the average distance between them is about 600,000 miles, or 1 million kilometers. Spacecraft have passed through the belt multiple times without any problems. Fact number 75. Using the ALMA telescope and the James Webb Space Telescope, they have observed the creation of the first specks of planet-forming material, hot minerals just beginning to solidify. This finding marks the first time a planetary system has been identified at such an early stage in its formation and opens a window to the past of our own solar system. For the first time, we have identified the earliest moment when planet formation is initiated around a star other than our Sun. This 2025 discovery of the baby star HOPS 315 shows us exactly what our solar system looked like at its birth. Fact number 76. Comets are often called dirty snowballs, but they're more like snowy dirt balls. Analysis of comet samples returned by NASA's Stardust mission showed that comets are about 75% dust and rocky material with only 25% ice. This composition tells us about conditions in the early solar system. Fact number 77. The solar system has a tail, called the heliotail, created by the solar wind interacting with interstellar space. This tail extends hundreds of astronomical units behind us as we orbit the galaxy, like a cosmic comet tail marking our path through space. Fact number 78. NASA's Parker Solar Probe has directly observed magnetic reconnection in the Sun's atmosphere for the first time, confirming decades-old theories about solar explosions. In 2025, this spacecraft continues to break records, diving closer to the Sun than any human-made object, withstanding temperatures over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Fact number 79. Jupiter's moon. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system. It's even bigger than Mercury. It's the only moon known to have its own magnetic field, and it has a subsurface ocean containing more water than all of Earth's oceans combined, sandwiched between layers of ice. Fact number 80. Chang'e 6 mission collected the first dirt samples from the moon's far side and returned them to Earth in June for analysis. These samples from 2024 are providing unprecedented insights into the moon's formation and the differences between its near and far sides, helping us understand why the moon's two faces are so different. Fact number 81. The combined mass of all asteroids in the solar system is less than Earth's moon, yet spread across millions of individual objects. If you could somehow gather all the asteroids together, they would form a body only about 950 miles, or 1,500 kilometers, in diameter, smaller than Alaska. Fact number 82. Scientists have multiple theories that explain how the solar system formed. The favored theory proposes that the solar system formed from a solar nebula, where the sun was born out of a concentration of kinetic energy and heat at the center, while debris rotating the nebula collided to create the planets. This process, called accretion, took millions of years of countless collisions to build the planets we see today. Fact number 83. The Voyager. One spacecraft, launched in 1977, has left the solar system and entered interstellar space. Yet it will take another 300 years to reach the inner edge of the Oort cloud and 30,000 years to pass through it. Even traveling at 38,000 miles per hour or 61,000 kilometers per hour, crossing the solar system takes millennia. Fact number 84. If the sun were to suddenly disappear, Earth wouldn't know for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long it takes light and gravity to travel from the sun to Earth. Jupiter wouldn't find out for 43 minutes, and Neptune would continue orbiting normally for over 4 hours before flying off into interstellar space. Fact number 85. Sedna, one of the most distant known objects in the solar system, takes approximately 11,400 years to orbit the Sun. When Sedna was last at its current position, humans had just invented agriculture. Its orbit takes it so far from the Sun that from Sedna's surface, you could block out the Sun with the head of a pin held at arm's length. Fact number 86. The total surface area of Pluto is slightly smaller than Russia, making it truly tiny on a planetary scale. Yet this small world has geology as complex as much larger planets, with nitrogen glaciers, water ice mountains as tall as the Rockies, and vast plains that show evidence of recent geological activity. Fact number 87. Many more such objects will be discovered once Vera Rubin starts its main mission this fall. Sitting atop a 2,682-meter tall, or 8,800 feet tall, mountain in Chile, the telescope houses the world's largest digital camera and will image the entire sky every 3 days. Basically, it will allow us to view a movie of the universe with each frame existing at a 3-day cadence. This is the ideal survey for taking a census of the solar system. This revolutionary telescope coming online in late 2025 will likely discover thousands of new solar system objects. Fact number 88. Saturn would float in water because its density is only 0.687 grams per cubic centimeter, less than water's 1 gram per cubic centimeter. This gas giant is essentially a massive ball of hydrogen and helium, so spread out that despite being 95 times Earth's mass, it would bob like a cosmic beach ball in a large enough ocean. Fact number 89. The solar system is about 26,000 light-years from the center of the Milky Way galaxy, located in what astronomers call the galactic habitable zone. Not too close to the dangerous radiation of the galactic center, but not so far out that heavy elements needed for rocky planets and life are scarce. Fact number 90. Every second, the Sun converts 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium through nuclear fusion. This process has been ongoing for 4.6 billion years and will continue for another 5 billion years before the Sun exhausts its hydrogen fuel and begins to die, eventually becoming a white dwarf about the size of Earth. Fact number 91. Mars once had a global ocean covering its northern hemisphere, containing more water than Earth's Arctic Ocean. Evidence from NASA's rovers and orbiters shows ancient river valleys, deltas, and minerals that only form in liquid water. Scientists estimate Mars lost an ocean's worth of water to space over billions of years. Fact number 92. Jupiter's magnetosphere, the region dominated by the planet's magnetic field, is the largest structure in the solar system. If it were visible to the naked eye from Earth, it would appear 5 times wider than the full moon in our sky, despite Jupiter being over 365 million miles away at its closest approach. Fact number 93. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, is the only moon in the solar system with a substantial atmosphere. It's actually thicker than Earth's. This atmosphere is mostly nitrogen, like Earth's, but Titan's surface temperature of -290 degrees Fahrenheit or -179 degrees Celsius allows methane to exist as a liquid, creating an alien hydrocarbon cycle with methane rain, rivers, and lakes. Fact number 94. The most distant human-made object, Voyager 1, carries a golden record with sounds and images from Earth intended for any intelligent life that might find it. At its current distance of over 15 billion miles, or 24 billion kilometers, from Earth, radio signals from Voyager take over 22 hours to reach us. Fact number 95. Scientists estimate there are over 1 trillion comets in the Oort cloud, containing several times Earth's mass in total. These frozen time capsules preserve materials from the solar system's birth, waiting for a gravitational nudge to send them plunging towards the inner solar system as spectacular comets. Fact number 96. The solar system will die in about 5 billion years when the Sun exhausts its hydrogen fuel and swells into a red giant, potentially engulfing Mercury, Venus, and possibly Earth. Eventually, it will shed its outer layers, creating a beautiful planetary nebula, leaving behind a white dwarf surrounded by the surviving outer planets. Fact number 97. Planet 9 is believed to be between 5 and 10 times the mass of Earth and would be orbiting the Sun far beyond Pluto, at around 550 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. Scientists have hypothesized about hidden planets of different dimensions over the years, ranging from a Mars-sized body to a super Pluto. The search for this hypothetical world represents one of the last great quests in solar system exploration. Fact number 98. If you could stand on the Sun's surface, your weight would be 28 times what it is on Earth due to the Sun's powerful gravity. However, the Sun doesn't actually have a solid surface. What we see as the Sun's surface is the photosphere, the layer where light escapes into space. Fact number 99. The entire solar system is moving through the galaxy, completing one orbit around the Milky Way's center every 230 million years in what astronomers call a cosmic year. Since the solar system formed, we've completed only about 20 cosmic years. We're still cosmic toddlers in galactic terms. Fact number 100. Despite all we've learned, scientists estimate we've only discovered about 1% of the objects larger than 1 kilometer in the outer solar system beyond Neptune. Our cosmic neighborhood still holds countless secrets, waiting for the next generation of telescopes, spacecraft, and curious minds to reveal them. Conclusion. What an incredible journey we've taken together through our solar system. From the scorching surface of Venus to the frozen plains of Pluto, from the birth of planets in stellar nurseries to the first time a planetary system has been identified at such an early stage in its formation with HOPS 315. We've explored 100 facts that showcase the majesty, mystery, and sheer scale of our cosmic neighborhood. We've learned that over 99.86% of the solar system's mass is located within the Sun, making everything else, all the planets, moons, and asteroids we've discussed, just cosmic dust in comparison. We've discovered that our solar system is far more dynamic than it appears, with planets shrinking, moons erupting, and storms raging for centuries. The recent discoveries we've covered, from Perseverance's findings of possible biosignatures on Mars to evidence of potential planets around our nearest star systems, remind us that we're living in a golden age of solar system exploration. With new missions like Europa Clipper heading to Jupiter's moons and revolutionary telescopes like Vera Rubin coming online, the next few years promise even more incredible discoveries. Perhaps most remarkably, we've learned that our solar system is both unique and common, one of several 100 billion solar systems in the Milky Way galaxy alone. Yet there's no other solar system quite like ours that we've discovered. We orbit in the perfect galactic habitable zone, 26,000 light-years from the galactic center, protected by Jupiter's massive gravity from many dangerous asteroids and comets, warmed by a stable star that's been burning steadily for billions of years. The facts we've explored today show us that we're part of something far grander than our daily lives might suggest. Every atom in your body, except hydrogen, was forged in the heart of a dying star. We are literally made of stardust, children of the cosmos, living on a tiny blue marble that orbits an average star in an unremarkable arm of an ordinary galaxy. And yet, as Carl Sagan once said, we are the universe becoming aware of itself. From Mercury shrinking as its core cools to the possibility of Planet 9 lurking in the darkness, from subsurface, oceans on Europa, and Enceladus that might harbor alien life to the Voyager spacecraft, carrying humanity's message to the stars, our solar system continues to surprise and inspire us. The recent discoveries of mudstones with organic carbon on Mars, the first samples from the moon's far side, and observations of baby planetary systems forming right now show us that the age of discovery is far from over. As we look to the future, with missions planned to explore Uranus, return samples from Mars, and dive deeper into the mysteries of our Sun with the Parker Solar Probe, we stand on the threshold of answering some of humanity's biggest questions. Are we alone? How unique is Earth? What is our cosmic destiny? Thank you for joining me on this epic journey through 100 facts about our solar system. If this video expanded your cosmic perspective and filled you with wonder about the universe we call home, please hit that like button. It really helps share this knowledge with fellow space enthusiasts around the world. Subscribe and ring the notification bell to join us next week for another deep dive into the wonders of science and nature. Until then, remember, every time you look up at the night sky, you're seeing your cosmic neighborhood, a dynamic, evolving system of worlds that we're only beginning to understand. Keep looking up, keep asking questions, and keep exploring. This is 100 Facts, signing off.